Hello, what we have here is a slight addendum to my previous shotgun build video. There were a couple of questions and a couple of requests for a little more depth, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We will start with the blaster itself. People asked, what did I do to the blaster, or to the Drain Blaster, to make it into a Nerf blaster? All I did was add a small piece of 3/4 inch PVC to the end of the Drain Blaster. I used Gorilla Glue, which you can see it's kind of messy when it cures. I could clean that up, and I probably will, just for cosmetic reasons. And then I put in 2 screws on either side to give it a little bit more structure, so it's actually solidly attached as opposed to just glued on. I had problems with the glue, concerns about the glue not holding. They're just Nerf screws. I think they actually came out of the barricade that I made this out of. I drilled into the PVC so that the head is recessed flushly, so you can still obviously attach the coupling over the top of it. Once the glue cured, I have not had the slightest concern about it coming loose. The Gorilla Glue is really tough, and I like screws in general because they hold things in tight. So that is all I did to the Drain Blaster. It has an overpressure valve that you can simply tighten down, and then it really doesn't bleed. You can pump it as hard as you feel and it will take the pressure. So there's that. The other question was, how exactly do I attach the bushings and the couplings to the back of the cylinders? It really is just a matter of taking some Gorilla Glue, putting a thin layer around the outside of the bushing, and then attaching it. These ones I actually had to file down the inside slightly. Maybe you can see that. Because of how big the 10-round cylinders are, you can see how it actually does partially cover the holes, but when you file them out, it's less of a problem. I think I did it differently on the previous one, and I think I did it better on the previous one, where I glued it on and then drilled into each hole. Doing it this way, it's taken off a lot of the material that the glue should be holding onto, but the way the Gorilla Glue cures, I don't think it'll be a problem. I'm going to apply a thin layer of Gorilla Glue around the base edge, all the way around, and then I am simply going to align it onto the back of the cylinder as centered as I can get it. And then Gorilla Glue requires pressure to properly set. You can use a clamp. I use chunks of iron. Make sure it's still centered, and set it aside to cure. And that is really all there is to making these. They're actually very simple. The cosmetics of the case, putting the barricade on, or the Firefly on, or the shotgun, or the bazooka that I built, that's really the complicated part of this process. It's one of the things that I find very appealing about this build, is how simple it is to do. So if you have any further questions, leave them in the comments of this video, and I'll do another addendum if necessary. Thank you.